Welcome to Accounting 3313 Income Tax 1. And today I'm going to be going over the syllabus with you, kind of like the first day of class, except you'll be watching this hopefully before you come to class for those of you enrolled in the hybrid section of this course. And for those of you enrolled in the online section, obviously you will not be coming to class. And so we'll go over this and I'll try to distinguish as we go along. But it's important that you know as we go through the syllabus which section you are enrolled in. If you are in section 1, you are enrolled in the hybrid section, which means we will meet one day a week, and that attendance is required. If you are enrolled in the online section, W1, then attendance is not required, obviously, but you will be required to complete a discussion board. So before you begin, if you don't know, pause this and go check your enrollment and see which section you are enrolled in. My name is Dr. Rhonda Richards, and I am a CPA and a CMA, which we'll talk more about as we go through the semester about what that means in relation to taxes. My office number is here. However, the best way to reach me is by email. I check my email at least 3 times a day, and when I'm at work, I have it open all the time. I am located in the Russell Building, the John Massey School of Business, and you are welcome to stop by and see me during my office hours. If you are coming from out of town, please email me and make sure I'm here. Sometimes we have meetings that happen during my office hours, and I'll have a note on the door. But if you're driving from out of town, we'll try to make different arrangements. Course description. This is an introduction to basic income tax law and the accounting requirements as they relate to individuals and sole proprietors. And what we mean by sole proprietors are businesses who are not incorporated or not filing partnerships. And again, as we go through this semester, that will make a lot more sense to you. We'll look at income, deductions, filing requirements, and we'll do a little bit of research and learn how to do that research as you move forward with your practice. This is 3 credit hours, fall 2019. We will meet on Thursdays for those of you enrolled in the hybrid course. We will meet on Thursdays at 11 o'clock in R222. The Blackboard course is located at southeastern.edu. And you can kind of go through the course objectives and the learning goals. These are also noted in the assignment sheet that we'll talk about when we get to it here in just a second. Required materials. You are required to have Connect access. That's through McGraw-Hill. You know, every time I do one of these videos, I find an error. That should say 2020. I'll go back and fix that, but I'm not going to start the video over. You need to make sure, and I'll put a picture of the book. I know that the bookstore has the correct book, so as long as you're using the ISBN number and going through the Southeastern bookstore, you'll be fine. One thing to note, I do allow open book exams. However, I require a Respondus Lockdown browser and a webcam. Ebooks are not allowed through Respondus Lockdown browser, so if you want to use your book during the exams, you need a hard copy of the textbook, and I highly, highly recommend you get that regardless. You can use that textbook for both Income Tax 1 and Income Tax 2, which is required if you are an accounting major. Course policies, I expect you to participate, watch the videos. If you are enrolled in the hybrid section, if you do not participate in class, if you sit there and play on your phone or play on your computer, then you won't get attendance points. I expect you to participate. The exams, talked a little bit about that already. Homework. SmartBook modules, these used to be called Learn Smart for those of you who have had some courses in McGraw-Hill before. These just basically give you an overview of the chapter and ask you some questions to make sure that you understand what you've read. Late submissions will not be accepted. Course grading, there are 3 exams / tax returns. These exams are multiple choice. There's a comprehensive final exam, which means it covers all 14 chapters. There are 14 quizzes, 14 homework assignments, 14 SmartBook modules. For online students, there are 12 discussion boards, and for students enrolled in the hybrid section, there are 12 weeks where I require attendance, and basically those are weeks we're not testing. VITA is Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. We will go through the training and certification, which is published by the Internal Revenue Service. And then finally, we'll have 4 tax return problems that will open up on September 22nd and be due the week before finals. When you email me, please put ACCT 3313 in your subject line. I will get to know most of you, but when I am answering email and I need to answer you quickly, if you'll tell me which class you're in, it helps me find you and find the question that you have, answer to the question you have a lot faster. Make sure you look at the academic calendar located on the Southeastern website. So this is our course schedule. And as you can see, this first date assigned is a Monday. And these assignments are due the following Monday at midnight, the homework and the quiz. Now, the Smart Book is due on Thursday at 11 a.m. And the reason I do that is because I don't want you to put everything off. And for those of you coming to class, I want you to be prepared. And so that is due on Thursday at 11 a.m. Your initial discussion board, if you are enrolled in the online section, is due at that Thursday at midnight. And then your response to your classmates, that is due on Monday at midnight. So pay attention to the due dates, pay attention to the time. I'm very consistent with that so that there's no confusion as we go through the semester. Your exams will open on a Sunday morning and close the following Monday night. That gives you a whole week to prepare and set aside time to take those exams. Again, as I said, no late work is accepted, so don't ask. Just plan ahead and plan accordingly. Tax returns, the final exam, volunteer income tax assistance, mentioned all of that. Just keep in mind that we will be doing that as the semester goes along. The School of Business Code of Academic Responsibility for students, staff, and faculty. If you have never read this before, I highly recommend it. It's your rights and responsibilities, my rights and responsibilities, and then those for the John Massey School of Business. So there's your syllabus overview. I do highly recommend that you print this off, this income tax course schedule, and that you follow that very closely. If you see a contradiction between a due date here and what you see in Blackboard, let me know, because this is what I intend to follow, and believe that I have set those all up accordingly. We shouldn't have any changes, because if we do happen to have a snow day or something like that, we just move everything to online. So this should be a pretty solid schedule for us. I know a lot of you work and you have kids and you have families, and so I know that you need to plan ahead, and so this will allow you to do that. So again, welcome to Income Tax 1. I look forward to getting to know you and working with you as we learn more about the tax code. Thank you.